Scientists are surprised to discover a massive gas cloud near the Andromeda galaxy. Stumped astronomers are trying to get to the bottom of the origins of a huge cloud of gas, or nebula, recently discovered floating near the Andromeda galaxy. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Amateur astronomers have discovered a gigantic mysterious structure near the Andromeda galaxy. And the most interesting thing about it is that it was hiding in plain sight. No giant telescope or observatory has seen it in decades. The discovery was made using a backyard telescope and confirmed by professional astronomers. Amateur astronomers have found an enormous unknown building close to the Andromeda galaxy, and the most intriguing aspect of the fact that it was concealed in plain view. Big telescopes and observatories have not yet seen it in many years. A telescope in the backyard was used to make the discovery, and verified by expert astronomers. The Andromeda galaxy is heading in our direction, approximately 110 kilometers per hour. It is headed straight for the Milky Way. The two massive galaxies are anticipated to combine 5 billion years from now. Considering that the galactic halo may already be, astronomers believe that it was due to the merger, which is now in its first stages. But a thorough examination of the structure reveals it's not as easy as it first appears. We've never seen a gas cloud this size before, earlier close to a galaxy. So what's the big deal? How did the large telescopes fail to detect it into the top spot? And most importantly, why do astronomers do what they do? Can't so far explain where it came from? The nearest large galaxy to the Sun is Andromeda. Dairy Way. It's plainly discernible to the unaided eye beneath flawlessly black skies. Since it's nearby, it's the most well-liked galactic, a desirable subject for astronomers. When a team of novice astronomers captured, they discovered something surprising in Andromeda. In the images of them. Given that Andromeda has been photographed numerous times by Earth-based telescopes, even the astronomers had assumed that the Hubble Space Telescope that would be the only discovery left to make be tiny, distinct objects, like nebulae internally to the galaxy. But the group noticed something utterly peculiar. They discovered an enormous, expanded structure, almost the size of Andromeda. The only way to see the structure was with a special filtering out all but the blue-green light. Oxygen that has been twice ionized emits a light. It indicates that the light coming from oxygen ions has two outer electrons were lost. They informed experts about this discovery. Astronomers. This emission characteristic was discovered to have never been mentioned in a scientific publication. Additionally, multi-wavelength picture surveys such Planck, Galax in the ultraviolet, Rosad in X-rays, and infrared IRAs and optical SDSS had the source of these pollutants has never been reported structure. The astronomers took into account and rejected the artifact-driven emission from dispersed light image processing, internal reflections, and light or the luminescence of a detector amplifier. This suggests they have discovered a brand new thing that nobody had ever witnessed. The findings of 5 French telescopes, California and New Mexico, were also combined. This finding, the thing now bears the amateur's name. Strotnadrexler object for astronomers, the SDSO1. Since the structure's existence has been established, confirmed, the main concern is what exactly. 4 options have been examined by astronomers, but each comes with a drawback. Given that the building is close to Andromeda, it might be associated with the galaxy. The cloud appears to be expanding and is slightly curled. Outside the galaxy, there isn't any conclusive evidence at this time to prove that it's a piece of the Andromeda galaxy. In that situation, though, the cloud might be thousands of light years in length, being one of the largest coherent objects in Andromeda. Structures. Therefore, if the cloud is located in the galactic halo, which is an almost spherical group of it, might be gas released by streams from stars. There are stars, but there ought to be a huge quantity hydrogen in the area. Furthermore, the issue is that observations have not found. Where then is the required hydrogen that is lacking? Be connected to it? And if it is not gas released by a stellar explosion, how did the stream initially come to be? Andromeda, as mentioned at the start of the video, and the Milky Way are headed toward one another. Just 2.3 million light years separate them. On the intergalactic scale, that is a modest distance. Scale. They are so near to one another, these two titans, that perhaps their outer halos have already begun to converse. They might be colliding with one another as they in space, two galaxies cross paths. The two galactic halos diffuse gas would on collision compress, resulting in a curved shape, like a ship's bow wave when it passes water. The issue with this theory, however, is as follows. If a cosmic storm produced a cloud encounter, it shouldn't seem so near Andromeda. Instead, it should show up halfway across the sky. Involving the two galaxies furthermore, this scenario would not. Why is there no hydrogen? SDSO-1 might be a component of the Milky Way and reportedly is close to Andromeda. Medium-sized stars that are dying expel their outer layers as a planet-sized nebula. These stars' gas is abundant in hydrogen. Oxygen, too. The gas is energized by the central star, and in the light released, the planetary nebula seems bright by each component. But once more, this gas's deficiency in hydrogen, the cloud, contradicts this model. Astronomers also gave the theory some thought of SDSO-1 being a stellar explosion remnant, a Milky Way galaxy. Then, though, it ought to be shining in UV radio waves, too. Astronomers, however, did not observe anything coming any additional wavelengths, including X-rays, infrared, and visible light. Only by understanding the exact nature and origin of SDSO-1 be discovered once astronomers have its spectra. If the spectrum has the same blue shift if Andromeda is included, then the gas cloud is a component of the galaxy that is moving toward us with equal pace. However, if it moves more slowly, it's likely inner to our own. The object is exceedingly elusive and calls for a lot of long exposures for the target. The duration of all observations during the discovery and photos used for confirmation that employed the double was a startling 160 for an ionized oxygen filter. Hours. Observatories run by professionals are made to different from what amateur telescopes can see. 3.8-meter Canada-France-Hawaii telescope will be operational, looked directly at that location, but found nothing. Despite being a fantastic telescope, it isn't built to detect something so large and inconspicuous up there. SDSO-1's finding demonstrates to us that even though we have mapped the electromagnetic spectrum of the sky, there is a lot to discover on the spectrum. It never occurred to me that a backyard telescope could find anything that even the most experienced modern observatories and telescopes could not see. The 43rd episode of The Sunday is over now. Series from Discovery. Consequently, if you like this video, please, if you enjoy it, click subscribe to our channel and the bell symbol to ensure that you never miss any upcoming videos from the show. We were looking for a special type of star in the Andromeda galaxy and thought we had found one. We were surprised and excited to find something far stranger, said Dr. Trevor Dorn Wallenstein from the University of Washington. The estimated total mass for two giant black holes in J0045 plus 41 is about 200 million solar masses. They orbit each other with a separation of only a few hundred times the distance between the Earth and the Sun. This corresponds to less than 1/100 of a light year. Such a system could be formed as a consequence of the merger, billions of years earlier, of two galaxies that each contained a supermassive black hole. At their current close separation, the two black holes are inevitably being drawn closer together as they emit gravitational waves.